Hello. Am I good to start?
Hello.
Also,
No.
1 minute. Then we'll be good.
Oh yeah, the splash guy.
Seems like I've played the AUJOM kid.
Remember how I said we played these guys in the final? Yeah. Maybe if
Oh,
you
we did?
listen. Yes. Just one guy isn't on the roster, I think. Or left, I don't remember. It's a new team though, just sort of the same players.
New team, same player. Okay.
Sort of the same players, because
Some of the same
three
players.
of them aren't familiar.
Yeah. So, okay, so you could just say 2 people joined this team.
3 people.
You just said 3 people are unfamiliar. Don't answer this. Alright, shut up. Wait, what happened to him? Wait a minute. Were these the finals that we won, or?
The only finals we were in?
Okay, I didn't know if we, like... Wait, never mind. See, now I'm sorry. Chill there, buddy.
Okay, I'm starting it.
Alright.
Whoa. Wait, what? What? Bruh.
Okay, we're live. Again. Almost back-to-back games now. Insanity versus Semen Demons. I can't believe that's their name. Insanity gonna be defending first here on Clubhouse, so different map from the map that I just did earlier, which was lopsided to say the least. Actually, that was what was that? Galbert Angel versus Merciless MS-13, 7-2 MS-13. So yeesh, yeah. But different map, different time, different game now, and as you can see, gonna be some interesting bans here. Not surprised by the first two, the Thatcher and Jackal ban, aside of, to an extent, the Thatcher, because that means that Maverick's still on the board, and as long as Maverick doesn't, die, or whatever, he's guaranteed hard breach. He has the torch, and then the Kaid ban as well, so double hard breach ban actually from Insanity to equalize that, and then Kaid ban will actually make it difficult for them, especially to keep the hatch closed on basement, because that means that the only way to really keep it closed otherwise is either impact tricking it, or to put an evil eye on it, or have somebody above, but the latter two don't seem all that consistent, so not all that great, I'd say, especially for them with that in mind, really. So we'll have to see how they do, but the Jaeger ban, interestingly enough, from Demons, and you don't normally see a Jaeger ban unless it's a target ban, because we're not in the 20-second meta anymore. I mean, in a way that ban will make this game a bit more tactical, I'd say, considering that we're losing that, Ash Jaeger main. I'm gonna auto-lock those two and just frag in a way, but also that's gonna make it hard for them to hold down any pieces of utility, really, so will make it hard for them to hold a shield, for example, a mirror window maybe, or a Goyo shield, just utility in general, even a position, a power spot. It's just going to be up to that Wamai now, so I have a feeling that that's going to mean that both teams are going to want to bring that Wamai to help deal with any throwables that come up, actually. So, I mean, that seems to be the most likely. And now, we'll bring in that mirror here, and it's on CC and Cash. That's not something you see every day. say the least. We'll be looking to set up potentially a window here, actually, from Cash to CC. You don't see this every day. So, I mean, I don't know how well this is going to go. Not a bit more of a traditional mirror window there. Over on red, you can see some sightlines as well will be set up to help strengthen it, really. Then, this mirror window is sort of, say, bemusing, confusing, confounding, I think is a word that you could use. As you can see, I don't think it doesn't really cover anything. It doesn't even cover the default plant spot. I mean, could be taken out from vertical, and wouldn't really give up a lot if it was opened, but it still doesn't do a lot, really. So, I mean, 4v5, Magical will get the first kill of this match, actually, onto Faster Biker. There goes the Sledge. Actually, Pine looking to potentially throw down a Selma, throw down some Ash Hearts from below, as Splash will put down a Selma, actually. Wrong person, but he needs to actually hit his Ash charges, because he spent 2 out of 3, and what has he gotten? Absolutely nothing. Sorry to poke fun at him at his expense, but he's spent 2/3 of his utility in terms of impacts, so they're down to just 1 Ash charge, 1 Selma technically, and 1 impact. And they still have to deal with the shields, still have to deal with some Evil Eyes, they still have to deal with any sort of my discs, so, I mean, obviously not the exact same meta, we're no longer in the 20-second meta, but still, it's not great to be really wasting all that much utility, considering that you don't have a ton to begin with. Now, Bottom Pelts will go down there about a third of his utility, just above, I think. Ajam will put out about 10 pellets, so I think that's closer to, yeah, just about half, actually, on that wall. And now Smoke People will go out there, actually, from the, obviously, the smoke of the Bang, and Cactus Jack will get a kill there onto Pine, and certainly seems to have been sent there, actually. Too bad he doesn't get to spam any music while he's on that flank. He does have 1 my disc still on him, so interesting. I suppose you might want to just set up shop somehow, but interesting. Rabang, as the smoke, has 1 smoke being left on him, speaking of utility, so might be looking to throw that down, but low time here. All he has to do is just set that down. Sets it down on the rotate instead, so a bit of a gaff, but still, I think that the fact that Badge is holding that mirror window, and at this point, they're committed to that cash push, really. That construction push 3v4, 2v4. Ajin gets killed into Magical. Ashcrush will actually trade, and a number of kills. Ajim, Saltier, and Splash all taken down in a matter of moments at the hands of Insanity. And that was really just smart play from Insanity. All they had to do, once they got into a proper position, once they got a man advantage, and at the very least they were in that sort of prime position of wasting time. Once they were low on the time, that's Insanity's strength here. It seems to always be their strength, or almost always, in that they are really good at wasting time and putting the attacking team, usually, or the defending team, into a stressful situation. Put some pressure on them, and we saw that basically in perfect form there from Insanity onto Demons last round. They got the man advantage, and then they just held it the entire round. They just sat around, wasted some time, and Demons obviously moved slowly, so that helped, but still.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being used by attackers. 10 seconds to go. 5 seconds left before insertion.
And now going down to, actually, going across, not even going down, will be Insanity, so realizing how difficult it will be for them to hold down basement, making that sort of their tertiary site, and it might have just been a tertiary site by default for them. I don't know exactly, but And as you can see, once again playing Mira, and that's going to be, it seems, a common theme for Insanity, is that Mira plays. Obviously it wasn't banned by either team, as we're now seeing it in play, but the fact that it wasn't banned means that it's going to be, if we keep seeing these plays from Bej, it's going to be a big part of how this round goes, and Salt might be distracted, it appears. Might think that they're down in the basement. He might just be going for a roam clear from the bottom up, which it could be, but I don't think Insanity's really playing that. Actually playing basically a 5-man anchor, it appears. All they really have below is the one player of Cactus Jack, and he gets a kill actually onto Pine, so there goes the Nomad, and instead of losing Salt, who's a bit more of an entry fragger, they're losing their soft support in that. Cactus Jack unknowingly will push himself towards the Zofia. Gets flanked, loses those discs, but he does go out with a trade and is in a positive situation considering that he killed their only real flank watch. So now it's up to just Salt if they want to hold down a flank, and if they want to have at least a bit of a placebo for not getting flanked, unless they want to put some drones out on the field, I'd say. Now, as you can see, Insanity just holding down the site here. Just waiting it out, and gonna try and collapse it, but alas, they don't have any impacts unless they want to rotate around Salt, but that seems unlikely that they will. Or put Ajam and some pellets on, but that doesn't seem to be the smartest choice. Ajam actually will be using some pellets there, 8 to be exact, to open up a vault hole between Secret Stash and Bedroom, and there's nobody really. There's one player holding Bedroom. Bang, who still has 3 smoke bombs now too. We sent out his first just there, but only 40 seconds left or so for him to waste, and he does have 2, so could very well bring it down to 20 if he places them right. And as you can see, Demon seems a bit confused right now. They don't really have a unified push. They're low on time. They don't have a man advantage. I mean, it's whatever. Now Cluster Charge will go down and almost actually hit the mute there of Deer. That would have been fun to see. But it certainly did scare him. 3v4 though. Bej will pick off Salt, and there goes the Zofia. It's now a 3v3. Ajam actually trade him. 3v2. Becker gets a kill on a Deer, and Splash gets a kill on a Rang. Bang. Ash Crush gets a trade actually onto Faster Biker, pardon me. It's now Ajam going for the plant here. Splash kind of covering him. Doesn't really matter. 1v1. Ash Crush gets a double kill, looking for the third here. Does get that kill there onto Ajam. It's up to just Splash versus Ashcrest. The battle of the LMGs. The Alda versus the G8. One has vertical, one has horizontal, not horizontal, angled. One has, both of them actually have that holographic, and now Ashcrest looking for the fuse. Splash just looks around a bit, realizes it's his opportunity, gets the kill in the round. It's now 1-1. These two teams have tied themselves up. Early on, admittedly, doesn't mean a whole lot, but still. And now, as you can see, we'll be going down to basement here. So instead of trying that again, and admittedly they were very close, it came down to a 1v1 in post-plant. But instead of going for that again, they'll actually switch it up here. And go down to arguably what will be the most difficult site for both teams to hold here, at least for this map. And we'll have to see.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
So I'll have to see how what they do, and I think that this is going to be sort of the definer, really, for both teams, is how well can you hold down basement? Can you get a round win off of it? Can you at least, stand a chance? But can we bring in some very stereotypical operators for holding down this objective? The Wamai, I said the Jaeger, but they don't have that. That was actually banned by the attacking team. The Maestro instead, and the Smoke, all pretty predictable, as well as the Mira. Speaking of Bej putting down a Black Mirror into blue from Church, and if I'm looking at that correctly, I mean, not a lot of vision off of that. Obviously you can play it, you can get some damage likely off of it, but still, I mean, it's hit or miss, and they're going to reinforce the other side of it, so loses a bit of power, but still does have some additional security in that, so not the end of the world, and the smoke there of Rabang will actually barricade that to provide them some security. And as you can see, just trying to set themselves up fairly stereotypically. I don't think they have one roamer right now, not counting the mute, and that's Rabang, and all he's doing is just sitting up on upper main stairs. I mean, he's barely even roaming. He's doing a very soft roam, I'd say. Because you could retreat to sight quickly, and however, going out a bit further would be the mute there of Deer. He does not have the shotgun, so he can't set up any sort of angles from bedroom into bar. So can't even do the G2 angle, sadly. But we'll just try and waste some time, and now already going for the hatches will be the Hibana there of Ajam, sending out some pellets to hopefully get that done. So does get the bar hatch, as you can see, into Moto, and we'll be able to potentially pressure that mirror window if they do decide to have somebody drop. 4v5 though, Bez gets a kill there onto Pine, and there goes the Twitch. So there goes one of the counters actually to those mirror windows. And then 3v5 though, Deer will get another kill here onto a splash, and there goes the ace. So to just Ajam, if they want to get anything else. Impacts goes out, as well as some cluster charges, as they now look to get that hatch. Ajam has to send out 4 more pellets, but alas, they have to just rely on Cactus Jack if they want to get any impacts. If they want to keep that hatch closed, and wow, Cactus Jack does take down 3 of the 4 pellets, sends out both of his impacts though, and loses, I'd say 35 health maybe. Salt getting killed there by Deer, who gets a double. It's up to just Faster Biker and Ajam, and this is interesting. I mean, something really 1v5. Cactus Jack gets killed down to Ajam, so it's just Faster Biker versus the entirety of Insanity. And I mean, this isn't anything really unconventional from Insanity. I mean, there's nothing all that surprising, I'd say. Instead of maybe Cactus Jack playing all the way up in weapon logistics with his impacts, but it's just Demons seemed unprepared, and they're not winning gunfights, and I think that's what's costing them right now.
15 seconds to go. 10 seconds remaining.
And there we go. Cactus Jack will get the double kill down to Faster Biker, and that will be a round for Insanity. And they actually managed to win Basement. I was concerned, but somehow managed to get the round. And honestly, I mean, just not playing for the trades is what really seemed to screw over Demons, really. And they'll try and recover now, but alas, they have a bit of a taller hurdle now, as Insanity will have the ability to go to CC and Cash again. They went there the first round, and this was the round where they just sat around the entire time and managed to win it just because of the chaos of the final few seconds. And so gonna try and fix that potentially. Will be Demons, who will bring a fairly stereotypical lineup. I mean, the Sledge, the Maverick, so do have Soft Reach plus Maverick for that, and then the Hibana and the Ace. So I think they might still be trying to go basement attack. I don't know exactly, but alas, they will be. They might be taken a bit aback by the fact that Insanity goes up to, pardon me, 16 cash now. And that's great.
Bomb. 10 seconds to go.
Yes. Thank you all for watching. I appreciate it. I recently hit 100 subscribers. I'm doing a shameless plug very quickly, and then I'm going to get back to the topic at hand. I'm sorry. Hit 100 subs. Thank you all so much. I'm just happy to have 100. I'm just happy with whatever I get, really. But back on the topic, Insanity setting themselves up similar to what we saw last round, pulling a bit of a watermelon snooze. If you want to say that, they are Insanity proving themselves to be a bit of a predictable team, because they're going to do the same thing that we saw the last time around. And as the saying goes, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. However, the Mute gonna try and break Splash, at least certainly breaks half of his health there, brings him down to just about 51, I'd say. So certainly nice to have lowered somebody early on. And there we go, will backfire. Faster biker takes down Deer, and I had an odd feeling that it was coming. I just didn't find it in time. And he'll now try and clear out the basement, but that was the only roamer there for Insanity, I believe. And I'd be wrong. As would you look at that? Was that Cactus Jack once again on the roam? As they won't mind, just holding down the middle of the stage. I mean, he has solid floor below him. He has kind of solid ceiling above him, somewhat. But he's just in the middle of nowhere. I mean, they could wallbang him if they got the hard thing or something. Fine, be lowered, and Splash will be taken down there by Ashcrotch, who just uses some very, very nice bullets from the Alda. Suppressive fire really will gain them evening, actually, gain a kill for the defending team and neutralize the man advantage of Demons. As Demons now has just about half the round, just under, and still have to, you know, get an execute down. Obviously, they don't have. You haven't dealt with those evil eyes. They haven't really dealt with the smoke shield. Pardon me. They haven't dealt with the mirror windows, and neither have they dealt with the smoke canisters. Almost the containers, but technically the same thing, just a different word. 4v3 Faster Biker finally gets killed there into Cactus Jack. He was just sitting there. I think he was asking for it at that point. Gets the double, and now it's a 4v3 as he ends up eyeing actually red stairs, and Ajim almost gets his head taken off there by both actually Ashcrotch and Bej. And Faster Biker is down, not just yet, but is down and out, finally, thanks to a bang, which sets him off of that red take, which certainly would have ended the round. 3v2, though, Ajim keeps the man advantage on their side, takes down Ashcrotch, and there goes the Maestro. And now Raptors is actually empty, so they could take that. And admittedly, they're low on time, though. Bang still has one smoke babe left, so can throw that out in low time. And Pine, the one with the diffuser, actually is outside the breach, so really should throw that onto CC wall at this point. And now he will, just prepping himself mentally. 3v1, Ajim gets another kill there onto Bej, and allows him to safely move down into the default play position. Where Bang is kind of on site, kind of off, and Salt uses that sightline set up earlier in the round by Bej against him, well, against one of his teammates, specifically Bang as the smoke, and gets the round. It's now 2-2. The two teams have tied up once again. And now, third time's a charm, hopefully for Insanity as they go to CC once again. And potentially one more opportunity if they do lose this next round to go here, but I don't think that at that point they'd really want to, considering that all three sets would be free for them after that. But, you know, can't complain. Gotta stay positive, I think, is what the mindset both of these teams should be. They're in a bit of a stalemate here. Neither of them have gotten a majority, have gotten a strong advantage over one another, so trying to do that will be both of them really, but namely Insanity. They've shown some strong plays here, and I think it's a matter of I'd say a chem / strategy team in Insanity versus a bit more of a frag team in Demons. I mean, I don't remember exactly the first round that was won there by actually I do. A lot of these rounds for the attacking team are won by lowering the numbers of Insanity down to 2 or 1 and then getting a plant. Versus Insanity, the rounds are being won from them by just either wasting their time completely or just grinding them to a pulp. So, obviously not the same, but similar in a way. So, I think that it's gonna be a battle of just who's the stronger one on gunfights and who's going to be able to get more trades for each other. And as you can see, trying to get a frag in, beat the Maverick actually doesn't even matter. He sends one in, it blows up the mute jammer. That's all that they needed. So really, Cactus Jack wasted an impact on nothing. Impact will go out from, I think, the Maestro, and it does actually take down 2 Selmas. Wow, they're actually impact tricking. Thatcher going out there from Bez, but to no avail. And Splash only has one Summa left. They have to be careful now. But that's the only impact left unless Cactus Jack rotates around, but he's nowhere to be found. He's down on the stage along with the mute there. Ash Crush will get a kill there onto Pine as I turn away from it, pardon me. Pine was the Maverick to get the wall open, but alas does not get anything else. Inside of a couple of bullets and a death. And now, the Maverick there, not the Maverick, the Habana of Ajam will go and try and push through Garage, just have the breaching charges to help them out, but nothing further really to get them anything else in. Now, as you can see, Ajam lowered there once again, but Ash Crush also lowered as he's just holding down the rafters here, and that's an easy kill there onto actually Splash. Ash Crush would be the one getting the kill. What ranks are these teams? I'll show that after this round for you, okay? Just stick around, Smax, I think is your name? Smax, Lion, whatever you want me to call you. Just stick around long enough and then I'll show it to you. As you can see, trying to push from that breach that they set up. Only basically one Selma and the little line at the top. 32v5 though. Ash Crush gets the 3k. He's just playing that masterfully, really, with the Alda. Got an easy kill there onto Pine, just had him completely exposed. Another one on Ajam because he was completely exposed, and then picked off Splash because he was just head glitching, really. So that's the downside of head glitching, is that the only thing that's exposed is your head. So if you get hit, it's game over for you. 15 seconds left. Still smoke waves on the side of our banks. He's just gonna send those out. 1v5. Biker will be taken down there by Salt. Actually, by Cactus Jack, except it's just Salt here. Low time, outnumbered, got the entirety of Insanity once again. And now, this is the second time in a row where Insanity has won a round, and it's finished off as a 1v5. But, yeah, what the other people in chat are telling you is correct. It's plat 3, plat 2, then some diamonds, as you saw Faster Biker as that sexy silver 5. Sorry, I had to make some sort of joke about it before I move along. So, gold 1s, plat 2s, plat 3s on Insanity, some unranked. But yeah. And thanks for saying you'll stick around. Counter out of this first half, actually. And we have basement defense once again by Insanity, and this is the site that they have yet to lose on. They only went here once, obviously. But this is, for them, their tertiary site, and it will be their final site in this first half. And as you can see, I'm just going to try and replicate what they did the first time around. I think they're bringing actually the exact same lineup. You know, exact same operators, exact same players on set operators. With those 4 that I mentioned earlier: the Smoke, the Maestro, the Mira, and the Wamai. So, bringing something that you would normally expect. I predict overtime. Insanity never wants to be on the game. That's sad. But, I mean, the last time they went here, they ended up finishing off in a 4v1, I think? Because the last one left was, I think, Faster as the Fuse, and he's once again bringing that Fuse, actually. But it was messy, really, for Demons, that last round that they went here. But as you can see, we'll be doing something unique here. They have both Pine and Faster Biker as Ying and Fuse. So it has the explosives and the flashbangs when it comes to cluster charges. Both the aptly named cluster charges and the Candelas, which are basically rollable cluster charges that flash instead of explode. So it's a bit of an aggressive operator, but can get a pretty easy kill if you do actually flash the enemy. It has a actually moderately good gun in the T80 or whatever it's called, the LMG that she has. Cactus Jack will be trying to hold a soft roam there on the main stairs, upper main stairs particularly. Just holding an angle here onto what I would presume is eventually going to shoot the calf of one of the enemies that tries to go up the stairs, I guess. I mean, I don't know what exactly that is, but As you can see now, we'll be going upstairs, realizing that there's a good chance that Demons will be going for an attempt to... Now, impacts going out there from both Ash Crutch and Cactus Jack. 2 impacts from Cactus Jack, and an impact there from Ash Crutch will take down some pellets. Ajim with only 6 left, so can only get 1 hatch and then a half of a hatch, so could open up blue hatch and then try the kitchen hatch once again, but that seems unlikely considering that they have Cactus Jack above and Ash Crutch below. So, it seems at the moment unlikely. 4v5, Bej will pick off Ajim, and that might finally move sort of the machines here, as the cluster charge will go down there on the barricade. Wow, surprising, the bang bang. Looking to send on his first smoke pick with 3 with about 50 seconds left. Ash Crutch takes down Splash. Deer will kill Saltier, and Pine will actually trade him. 1v4 though. Deer gets the 3K on the round, picks off Pine, and kills Biker to close it out. It's now 2-4. The 2-round lead here, favoring the defending team, now attacking of Insanity. But anyways, we'll be checking the scoreboard very quickly here for both teams. Awesome and Faster Biker leading the team with 4 kills each. On the side of Insanity, Ash Crutch leading his team with 8 kills. Deer not far behind with 6. And that concludes that. Insanity will be trying to keep their momentum going. They have a nice lead here, but they're on attack now, so could go either way, but based off of how that went, it's gonna maybe favor Demons. It's just gonna depend on their ability to
locate and defuse bombs.
to win on the defense, and they are a defender-sided team. Last time I saw them was against certainly a much more difficult opponent in Calvert Legacy on Oregon. They went 5-1 on defense. Obviously not the same map, but still. They went 5-1. Then they let 6 rounds go their way, or go the other team's way, go Legacy's way, and Legacy ended up winning 7-5. So, obviously, a bit of a reputation, at least in my mind, of them blundering really, really horribly on the attack. But this time around, they managed to salvage it, I'd say, at least not terribly screw it up. So now have a bit of a better chance here since they are on the defense. But you know, might be wrong on that one. Now, as you can see, did bring down a Rooney. I saw that the last game that I casted right before this, and the Rooney is an interesting choice. I mean, does have that MK14, so does actually have the only official DMR on the defense. And then the Surya Gates serve as a bit of a Swiss knife, I'd say. Nitro going out there. You saw Ajim picked off for the first kill of the second half by Cactus Jack, and losing now Amai early on is not the way that they really wanted to go it. And interestingly enough, they do have a Cali there. Insanity were Bang particularly bringing that, and it's actually muted because of a jammer right next to it. Wow. And just outside of the jammer's range, because it's on the other panel of the wall, and now Cali Lance will actually take down. No, it didn't take down the meat jammer. So that other part of the wall is still muted, and they have no more Selmas, so just have to go with what they have. Bej using actually some of his pellets, as you can see, to just try and finish up that hole that they have, so that way they can get a quick rotate between sides, since now they have access easily to construction. You can go for construction push now. I mean, that's what they have. The Rooney Surya Gates are a bit of a multi-purpose tool, I'd say. I mean, they can deal damage, so they're a trap operator. Similar to what we're seeing here from Slash with that cap can, which doesn't make a whole lot of sense. And then they can also 3v5, Ash Crutch, not Clutch, takes down Saltier, so there goes the Malusi. Smoke's going out here, as Cactus Jack will look for a smoke plant, actually, being covered by his teammates, and not so great here. Nitro goes out, does not get the kill though, does actually put a nice hole in the wall, so might be able to rotate around. Pine down. Not just yet. 3 before Faster Biker gets killed onto Ash Crutch. 2 before Rebeng gets killed on his Pine. 1 before Bej kills Slash just Faster Biker here. 1v3, he gets a kill on a Deer, but he's still outnumbered. He's in the post plant. Takes the triple kill actually onto Cactus Jack. If he manages to get these next 2 kills, it would be an ace from him. That seems unlikely considering that he's facing Rebeng and Bej, and they are holding down the site here. I mean, all Rebeng has to do is just sit outside with the CSS RX and win it. But not enough time. Faster Biker will lose the round. Semen Demons will be almost tied, actually. Oh, no, pardon me. Insanity will continue their lead, actually. Thanks to getting the plant down, really, and getting some kills without any trades from Demons, they'll be now up by 3 rounds, actually, 5-2. Alright. Hey, we got... Is that Ragu? I think that's how it's pronounced. I'm gonna guess on it, but... Good to see you. Who's Orange Team? Orange Team is Semen Demons. I almost said it. No. What am I doing? I'm gonna just flip-flop for the rest of this match for you guys. I'm kidding. It's Insanity. INS, Insanity. Cactus Jack. INS, Insanity. Rebang. INS, Insanity. There. I'll leave it at that. There you go. Smacks. But now, actually, we'll go to basement for their secondary site, so that's certainly something that you don't see every day. I'm looking to potentially shake it up, I'd say, by going to the site. And as you can see, we're in a unique lineup, to say the least. Let's have the Aruni once again, and as I was going to say, she has the council property, she also has sort of a trap, and she can also sort of be a Jaeger in a way, in that she can zap utilities, so she can zap Habana pellets, frag grenades, flashbangs, ash charges, impacts, any sort of projectile that's not a bullet. So that includes actually drones. Doesn't include breaching charges and claymores though. So I'm sorry for all you players that were hoping to throw a claymore or a breaching charge into the Surya. I have no clue what that emoji is, Kevin Almazan, but okay. I'm gonna smile at that. Now, Insanity will actually try and push forward here. As you can see, the Habana on the other side of the map, as Ash Clutch gets a kill there onto Sonya, Ajim will actually nitro away Bej. And there goes the Habana, so that means that they won't have a way to open up the hatches unless they want to really, really cost themselves. Considering that they only have Cactus Jack, they don't have any secondary hard breach charges. They do have the blue hatch for free, essentially, because it's a soft hatch. But they need to pick between either they open Moto hatch or kitchen hatch, because they can only get half of the other one. Or they take one wall and a hatch. I think that's the better choice, to take kitchen hatch, and in my opinion they should take kitchen hatch and then take the dirt wall. Ash Clutch gets a double kill there onto Splash. Keeps the man advantage going the way of Insanity. Diffuser is down, gets recovered, just sort of playing hot potato, I'd say. And now 2v4 though, Cactus Jack gets killed onto Asham. I'm gonna send out a Selma. She was throwing it like Tom Brady, actually, onto that church wall. Now, a Smoke Babe getting thrown out there by Spine. A 3K from Ash Crutch sets it just fine, and a 1v4. Almost has to face the entirety of Insanity, and Deer gets the kill there onto Pine. It's now 6-2. And I'm getting flashbacks to just earlier in the night. I mean, I saw a team lose 7-2. So you could very well see that, considering how Demons is doing. It's a glass of water. I'm tripping, man. I'm tripping. I'm sorry. Man, I thought it was like, I don't know, like Blueberry Fago or something. Thank you, 3 players, or 3 people, whoever you are, for sticking around. I appreciate it. And just gotta be grateful and gonna focus on the match here. And I'm sure Insanity grateful for the situation that they're in right now, because they had a 2-round lead and they've managed to expand it in such short order to now 4 rounds. So this is the same that we might see from a 5-1 split at half, and they are at match point as well, so all they have to do is just win 1 round and then it's over. And they've put demons at a, I'd say, knife point, gun point, whatever sort of point you want to use outside of game point, because I don't think that we're playing any sort of game shows here, and certainly not playing in games to be Insanity. They've been on a bit of a warpath this matchup, just not really letting up once they put their foot on the gas. And I mean, after the 4th round of this matchup, Demons has been scoreless, so they've managed to really shut them down. They've figured out Demons' number, and that seems to be, you know, getting early picks onto Demons and then denying them any sort of trades, or at the very least trading when traded on. I think that that's going to be what really matters. That plus winning gunfights, I think. And now, as you can see, we'll be going down to basement, so really playing with fire now will be Demons, as they don't have a Kaid. The only way to keep it close would be Splash and Biker, the 2 onside players, by both of them impact tricking, because they don't have a... It doesn't look like they have anybody on the top floor, and they don't have an Evil Eye. They don't have the Kaid, that was banned, so that's their last hope. And now, here's the mute there of Pine will be finishing his setup of sight, and just interesting to note here is that in order for Demons to even stand a chance, in order for them to go to overtime, they need to win every single site once, you know, obviously outside of bar, and they need to win this site twice, and they can't lose at all. Hatches being open there by Bez. He was picked off the last round, so didn't get any hatches open, outside of maybe the Moto hatch, but that's being a bit generous. I don't know exactly. I think he did, but then he died, unfortunately. And now, as you can see, just going to send out about a 1/6 of his utility being used now. Not a 1/6, a 1/3. Did open up the blue hatch as well as the Moto hatch, and so might be looking to complete the trifecta as he goes potentially over to kitchen hatch. I don't know. 4v5 though. Ashcrotch takes down Splash, and that might be the beginning of the end. And obviously taking down the main stairs easily with about half of the round remaining, as well as taking Moto with the defending team, or the attacking team, pardon me, of Insanity. And now someone will go down there on the church wall, but alas, they can't open it just yet. Cali Lens will allow them to put that down, actually. Put 1 down, 2v5 here, gets a double kill on Assault and Faster Bike. So it's just Pine and Ajam. Pine and Arsenal spots Ash Crush, gets the assist off of that EDD set up by Splash. Pine gets the kill there onto Crutch. It's now up to just, actually now outnumbered 2-1. Ajam and Pine versus almost the entirety of Insanity. As now Rebang goes for the plant, does get it down, 2v3 now. Swings into Moto, gets a double kill, it'll be Ajam. However, traded by Deer for a 3k, and Pine shuts off the 4k for a double kill of his own. It's a 1v1 here. The match is on the line here for Pine. Cactus Jack has the health advantage, knows where he is with the mirror window, and he gets the kill, and the match will go the way of Insanity. 7-2 over Semen Demons.
GG's.
Good game, guys.
GG's.
GG.
Yeah, my
GG.
platinum team just let me down. I'm a silver 5, and I just carried them.
Perhaps.
They don't belong in plat.
Probably not.
Hey,
but
watch your tongue. Hey.
Did you post the stream in the Discord?
Yes, it's already.
Yes.
yeah.
It's in the VOD review. Alright, GG's, guys. Good fight.
GG.
Thanks, really good
Wish-
warm up. We're gonna go. We're better people now.
Alright, you guys have a good one.
You too.